Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into this week's edition of Bullring Breakdown. Once again, I want to thank D&L Disposal as they should be your first call for your waste management needs. Offer a residential garbage route in Jasper, Troopsburg, Woodhull, Addison, and the surrounding areas. Aside from that, they can also offer dump trailer service for your bigger needs. They'll drop it off at your location, you load it up, and they'll take it away. Give them a call at 607-382-7609 to get started with D&L Disposal, the premier residential waste management service in the Woodhull area. This week, I am joined by, I'm going to call him a gaggle of Joe Wilcox Performance street stock drivers. Dale Houghtaling, Mike Spencer, and Brian Butler. How you guys doing today?
Couldn't be
Good.
better.
That's right.
So Dale, I tried to get you on here last week, and you were in the hospital there for a good reason though. So I want to thank you guys for joining me this week. I'm glad we can make it happen.
Yipper.
Uh, so
What's
so
her name, Dale? Willow.
yeah, for those of you that don't know, Dale had a baby. That's why he couldn't join me last week. So, how's everybody doing? How's dad life treating you?
Good.
Good. So I got to ask you guys. This past weekend, Glenn Reitner showed up, and I got to ask you, street stock guys, how it feels when the 15 car pulls into the pit area.
You know you're screwed. Well, if you can even sniff his bumper, we're doing all right. So,
I was,
I don't know. We put a good run up against him, I guess. He's the man to beat everywhere he goes. So
yeah, for sure. I was going to
I thought
ask you.
he did all right.
You finished second and you really didn't get let them get too far away. So for you, Mike, I know you started off a little bit later in the season, so that's got to be you got to be pretty happy about that run. Maybe you could have found
Yeah,
victory lane if he didn't show up.
yeah, absolutely. I might probably have to pay him off, not show up anymore. But I don't know. Yeah, if he wasn't there, we had a good car. So, but I'll take second him. That's a win for sure.
Right. And Dale, how's your move up from the hobby stocks going? You liking the
Good.
street stocks so far?
Yeah, they're way better. Way easier.
uh, what about them do you like better?
More power.
More.
Side bite. Side bite's a big thing.
Yeah. Is that the only thing difference there? Or?
Yes, power, side bite, steers easier, turns better, whole nine.
Sounds like it's a whole heck of a lot easier to drive.
Yeah, there's a little more respect in that class
Yeah.
too. In our class, yeah.
Sure, sure. Hey, Brian, I gotta ask you, where's your car been?
I don't know. I just, doing my thing, running record down there. Was a flower growing wedding, a couple golf tournaments here and there, but we're gonna be there. I think from here on out.
We got a video if we need
Even
if
if
we
I
need
gotta do
that
some
for
double duty with the record and the car, but gotta try to sniff into the top 10 in points. I think I got a whole whopping 51 points or something like that right now. But
Hey, there's always it's always good to have a goal, right?
there is. I mean, I've only been there twice, and I got a DNF. I was in first. Fan belt decided it didn't want to do it anymore, and then I finished second to Damian Long one night.
I
Had
was
a good
gonna,
run with him, and had a couple beers with him afterwards, and made friends. And he's a pretty good dude.
yeah, you think you could ever talk him into coming back?
He's gonna come back.
he's gonna be back August
He's gonna
9th, he
be back
says.
for a couple shows.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
yeah.
August 9th, and he said he's gonna be back for the 100. So
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured that he'd be back for the 100, but I didn't
You
think
think
he'd be
out
back.
about another 4 or 5 sponsors to the 100 this week too.
absolutely.
Some
Yeah,
of our
I
Yeah,
just I just
friends.
put a I just redid the list on my thing, and I'm also going to throw a little shout out to all the race teams because Marlat Racing hopped on, and if you want to get a shouted out as a race team, that's an easy way to do it.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
What do you guys think about that? That's a pretty neat deal. I know you guys are working hard at it. I know John's he's working on getting the lap money done, and Joe Wilcox he's already gotten so many sponsors for that race, and it's I keep saying it, but it's only July, and the race is in September.
Yeah. So I promoted that King Bop race there for a couple of years, and I know come August and when you get real close to it, everybody starts really dumping money in that. So for people to be starting to dump money in that right now, that's huge. I think we'll be all right. I think like Brian said, we picked up 4 or 5 just in the last 2 or 3 days. So
Yeah. Um, I I always wanted to do something a little different with that too. I never really I I don't know if you guys saw it, but I know Mark Manutlo did kind of a pack the purse idea, and I
Yeah.
think that's what Joe Wilcox is trying to do. And I tend to like that a little bit better than the lap money. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, definitely. When you show up and it's, let's say it's 2,400 to win, but then second place is only 600 or 700, that's kind of defeating to the second place guy. You know what I mean? So when we can pay back all the way to 24th or whatever we can pay back to, that's awesome. And even give the guys that show up tow money. That's big.
Right, yeah, and I know that last year I know Mark came and he kind of had a poor taste in his mouth because the way it went is the top. So what was it? The top seven, the money rotated through, and I think he ran 100 laps in eighth or ninth the whole time. So
Yeah,
he
he did.
just missed out on the money the whole time, and that's kind of miserable for 100 laps.
Yeah, no, definitely it is. So I think they bumped it back to two more spot or three more spots this year to 10th. So
Oh, for the lap money?
yeah,
Okay,
yep. I think it'll be 10th up 10th and then it'll revert back. So
okay, yeah.
but what Joe's doing is going to pay all the way back to whoever starts. So
Right. Yeah. I saw what he did for his race that he promoted, and I just thought that that would be a better way to go about it than to try to get the where, seven guys make out like bandits, and then,
yeah,
the rest of you guys kind of, you know,
yeah. And we had a rules meeting there at Glenn's before the season started, and that's what was voted upon against on the drivers. So it was we moved it to 10 and points or the top 10, and then it recycles back.
right. So,
But maybe if we double them up, maybe they can run that double back to 10th to 24th or whatever we start.
right. What do you think since you've moved up into the yeah, into the street stocks? Do you like the same thing, the power and all that, or?
Yeah, I love it, and honestly, they're a lot easier to work on. And I've met some great people through this class and the first class. You know, Joe Bertzel got me in it in 2018, and then I decided that I need to move up and just try to learn a little bit more.
Oh, no. What's going on?
Did I lose you?
No, you're good. I got you.
Ours is off.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know. Stuff's popping up on here, but
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, I really owe it all to Joe Bertzel getting into it, but I had my fair share of the beating and banging in the hobby stock, which has gotten better. I mean, just sitting on the outside has definitely gotten better, but yeah, I really enjoy the street stocks. There's a lot more adjustments, a lot more to learn, and it tests your ability a lot more. So
Right.
We were in the street stocks once.
yeah, we were.
It was just 15 years ago.
What was that?
Brian, when you first raced,
When I raced previously. I've actually bought the same car twice. Didn't know that going to do it, but I never did drive this car, but I drove street stock for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Previously.
yeah,
Have
that
you
car.
ever
Somewhere in there till like 2010 or 11.
Yeah.
And I was out of the seat for 14 years until last year when he talked me back into getting into racing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this car with Dale's in's an '07. Bill McCourt had it built. I don't even know if Bill built.
Chassis.
Yeah.
Out west someplace.
Yeah, I don't even know if Bill ever ran it or not, but Harry Vosberg ended up running it. If I'm not wrong, you rolled Harry on the front stretch in that car. Yeah.
Yeah, he came up on me and he was all excited. He was the first person on that record that night. Brand new tow truck that Cranes had back then. They were sponsoring the night.
Yeah. So there's a little history behind Dale's car. I don't know. We're really enjoying it. We got three here. It's a lot of work, but we're definitely having a lot of fun with it.
I was going to ask you guys, how do you guys stay on top of it? I know we were trying to work around work schedules, and Brian, I know you're running a couple businesses, so how do you guys find the time to work on three of them?
Not easy.
It's not. Usually Saturday we're
All
loading
day
up,
long.
scaling and loading up. Like we try. Tonight we got a lot done and today, but Saturday we'll be scaling and loading. No matter what we do, it's all three cars need to be scaled and loaded. So it takes so much to do, but you don't have any time to do it. My job's demanding. Dale's is demanding. Brian, I don't know.
Stops.
He's just trying to get this pool done. I don't know what he's doing really.
Yeah, because so what's the deal? Do you guys are they all in the same shop, and do you guys meet up and do it, or just kind
Yeah,
of if you
yeah.
got time you stop in and do something, and then somebody else stops in a little later and they do something,
We
or what's
always
the
work Monday nights and Wednesday nights.
Mondays and Wednesdays, if anybody wants to
Tuesday we
swing
do
in
our
and out.
family thing, and Thursdays we're kind of delinquents, and Fridays we never know. And Saturday from morning on we wrench on cars.
Yeah. So Mondays and Wednesdays, if anybody wants to help out, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll be honest, you probably couldn't find a better group of guys to work on a race car with because I'd have to imagine you guys have a lot of fun when you're doing them.
Yeah, we have a lot
We
of fun.
definitely do. And Brian's got guys here that help out a lot too. His employees help out a lot. You know, Neil and Dan and Craig. Dan runs the wrecker most nights, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that got to make it happen. It's just not us three.
Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think for the most part, that's how most people operate. I
We got
know
what,
there's
13-year-old crew chief.
Yeah. We just got this kid that's been wanting to help us out,
Killer.
bringing his own tools and Bentley Howe. He's really getting into it, and that's what we need to do is get these kids into it.
so,
You know, pays
well,
away in his races, buy him a cheeseburger. He's happy. You know,
well, you know what that means. If he's 13, that means he could get a four-cylinder.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's eager
I don't
to,
think he's over
he's
that.
eager
He's
to
over
rip one of
that. He
these
wants
after the
one.
races. We're gonna get him in one after the races and see what he can do.
Yeah,
A street stock?
yeah. He's more interested in this stuff. So
Yeah. They're easier to work on.
Are
yeah.
more than a four-cylinder, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
We did
anymore,
the
anymore,
four-cylinder
it's no
thing back.
different price. You know, these guys are dumping money and everything. So it just all depends on what you want to get into.
Right. And I imagine for me, it's a little easier to get out of a street stock than a four-cylinder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I think we're almost all built the same except for Dale over there. He's
that's right. Yeah.
he's
Old
kind of
dumb gal.
um. So I wanted to ask you, how did you all kind of come up with your number, Mike? I think I know yours, but you might as well just share it with everybody. And then just I guess we could just kind of go around because you two kind of have some pretty, Mike and Dale, you guys have some elaborate numbers that are kind of different. You don't see them often, and then Brian just he had to be Glenn Reitner Jr. So
And that was always my number when I was in street stock back in the past.
well,
Yeah.
that would have been before I even
Yeah, yeah,
remember.
no.
Yeah, definitely.
I've had number 15 since 02, 03. I raced bandits at Outlaw because Woodhull didn't allow that back then. So I raced a mini stock over there when I was a kid, and that's where 15 came in for me. It's just a number they had, and that's just what we went with. And uh, that's for me. When I got back into it, I said, "Well, Glenn's going to be 15. I'm going to be 15B." You know, so that's my story.
Well, I like
Yeah.
it.
So I can't remember the year. My mom diagnosed cancer, fought it for 16 years. So her birthday is April 25th. So that's where the 425 comes in. And so we decided to go with that. It's just fitting. It's pretty cool how I come up with it. Yeah, that's the story behind that.
Yeah, it's definitely unique.
Mom is 15, so
I know you could probably pull into a racetrack and you're never going to see another 425. So,
nope, never.
Yeah.
Nope.
Or an EX. Never gonna see another EX.
right. How'd you come up with that one?
I saw Blaine Brett by the beaches, and we got to thank Brian's ex-wife for we can have race cars now. She
Yeah.
got divorced.
You guys are going to
That's
get
where
in
that
trouble.
comes in. I should probably be in that car this year, but it just didn't work out that way.
You guys are going to get in trouble.
I was gonna swap cars with him, but after his episode last week, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna give my car away to you if you're gonna finish in the back. So,
Well, didn't you hit the wall in where'd you go? Didn't you go somewhere and hit?
Ransomville. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least his toe was short when he wrecked one.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
I did finish though.
Well,
That,
yeah,
that wall didn't move even a quarter inch, so not one. But
No. That's a hard track too.
it is.
Very technical.
It is, and we kind of skipped the setup on that one. We we know what we did wrong. We could probably go back there and do a little bit better. I would hope, but we didn't have a bad car. Just tire and hell in the corner and stood on it, and it wanted to go right to the wall. And at one time, I just couldn't correct it, and that's where we ended up.
Right. Did you guys ever have any plans to run the Empire Series? Are you guys
It was our big thing this year.
That was, yeah.
What I was gonna do, and they're racing tonight over in Canandaigua. We went over there when Woodhall was off that week. Me and you ran too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Me and Dale ran over there.
I beat you
Yeah, you did.
It's a lot of work to go from,
You're just jumping around
Yeah,
and changing
from
gears
Woodhall.
and scaling stuff, changing this, changing that. We just don't have that kind of time.
right?
we all
Um,
love Woodhall, but it's very demanding. So go from Woodhall to Canandaigua,
Just all
it's a
completely-
lot. It's a lot. If you're going from Outlaw to somewhere, it could be a different story, but
Outlaw was going to be my home track, but who wants to go over there and have 6 seconds put on you by Glenn? You know what I mean? Like, doesn't even sound fun.
Well,
We're supposed
yeah.
to be teammates over there. He's yelling at me. He's like, "You're supposed to be racing with me." I go, "Oh, that's not fun."
2 seconds of Woodhall's better, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He helps us a lot. He's a good boy.
Yeah, we owe a lot of our success to Glenn. He helps us a lot, and he likes to see everybody succeed. He wants that competition. So
Right. Well, we say that that you could go over there and that he's gonna gap you by 6 seconds, and then you go to Woodhall, he's gonna gap you, and he's always the guy to beat. But I think if you asked him, he'd probably want you guys up there racing with him because it probably is more fun when you're up there
Absolutely.
and destroying the fields. You probably want that competition at least to make it a little more
Yeah.
fun.
Last year in the 100 in the heat, in our heat race, I had him till I ran out of talent on about the last corner of the race, and
Hmm.
he got by me, and he said it. He goes, "You had me," but it is what it is. He's a seat guy. He's consistent. He just he's just got it.
I think that happened to you this year too. Weren't you gonna win a heat race and then you ran out of talent?
I did win a heat race,
he did
though,
win one, yes,
but I
he
did
did.
run out of talent in one as well.
Dale might have also
No, I felt the one I felt bad for was that week that you what'd you do? You broke the fan or something on it?
Yeah, he was leading
Yeah.
fan belt.
Yeah, because I think that race you had the rest of the field covered and
We had that race. But
yeah.
I think that was maybe the second week.
First week you raced.
3 people had them same fan belts go bad that week.
Yeah, same
Couple-
week.
The other 2 were at Outlaw, so
Really?
Yep.
it was just a crappy bunch or what. But yeah,
Yep.
I imagine you guys all get them from the same place, probably, right?
I would assume so. Yeah.
thank God for a close racing supply.
Shout out to them,
Yeah.
giving us everything we need, timely manner.
So is it easier for you guys to get down there with so many people on your working for your crew, or do you guys still
Yeah.
struggle to?
We send employees, we send friends, we send.
And there's a pretty good network of people that if they're going, they're going to throw out a text message, "Hey, we're going the closest." So that's huge.
Yeah.
We
Well,
just go-
I think I always see it that at least once a week somebody puts on Facebook that they're running down there, and if they need parts to let them know, or
It's just enough out of the way that it's really annoying.
Yep.
But it's a great store.
Yeah.
If you've never been there, it's pretty cool to just walk through. Joel teach you all a lot of stuff, but it's just out of the way. There's just nothing here.
He's
So
definitely going to sell you something.
did you ever win a race when you raced before?
Only by somebody getting DQ'd. We're gonna take care of that this year, though.
Good,
You
I
know-
hope so.
Racing on the racetrack. I'm hoping so.
All right, good. I hope so. I know.
I'm a little shy about public speaking, so you have to bear with me. But
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. No, it's the one. It's the one on the end, the other end.
yeah, right.
Yeah, this one. I think was he said 2 words?
I gave him a Victory Lane interview, and he's like, yeah.
That's why we call him Stump. Dumber than a stump.
Granted, he was probably worried about getting beat up by Glenn Van Sice after that one,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
He
was
he's
mad.
still he's still
mad.
he's still scared. He won't even go in the acorn. He's in the corner.
He's still mad at him.
I'm sure he is. That's okay. I always, it happens, right? Mike, you got a street stock win.
What's that?
You got a street stock win.
Yeah, I took
A
off.
couple of them.
I got DQ'd well when I
The
bought
very
the car.
first night. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the car, I raced, and then the second night I won, got DQ'd for a brake not being hot enough. Which is the dumbest thing. Yeah,
But he
you
wouldn't
just
put his
he
tongue
wouldn't.
on it, so it was
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, he wouldn't touch it. Anyway, then we went into next year or last year, and then I won two street stock features there. I think a fifth place in points.
Hmm.
Can't complain with that being the first year out.
Right. Brian, do you ever see yourself running the full season? Because I know that you're just so busy that.
It's pretty tough, really. I mean,
Mhm.
I probably not.
Right.
I would like to, but I don't know. It is hard.
Right.
You know,
Maybe,
I
maybe.
got a little girl I try to get and enjoy, so I don't know. Probably not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's gonna be there this week. 7-year-old little boss. Yeah.
Okay. So you're all just a group of dads.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Good. Good. Do any of the kids get excited about racing? I know
Absolutely.
Dale, yours probably doesn't yet, but
Oh, she's excited.
Yeah, she don't care.
Yeah, we broke her in this week. She's good. She's gonna be all right.
Yeah, yeah,
what
she'll
about
be all right.
what about your boy Mike? Has he shown any interest about maybe you sending him in
Absolutely.
one?
Yeah, he does like it. Whether I can get him to go or not, he's usually pretty busy. But by the end of the night, they do get busy. I mean, they're still young yet, so
Right. Yeah, they
yeah,
are. And you said yours is 7, Brian?
Yeah.
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 They got the attention span of a crow at that age, probably.
yeah, absolutely. Even at 9, they do. I'll tell
She
you
went a
that.
couple times last year. She really enjoyed it. She hasn't been down this year, but she told me last night she wants to come this weekend. So
Good
hopefully.
deal. My daughter's 2. She turned 2 yesterday, and I think she doesn't care that much about the races. She goes every week, but the only time she gets excited and she's the only one that's happy to see it is when the water truck goes out on the racetrack.
Because everybody's waiting for it to roll down the track.
That's why Andy Butler's there.
That's
So
my dad. He goes there at 4 o'clock every week because he goes, that water truck's going to tip over someday, and I'm going to see
Well, you know what? He's probably right.
it.
Well,
Yep, he likes.
they almost had something like that happen over at Outlaw. I think the wheel fell off the grader, so that's kind of close.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you ain't
I,
dragging.
what's that?
That's the dog.
Oh
Biggest.
yeah, I picked
That
up on
dog,
that.
he's the boss.
What kind of dog is it? Whose dog is it?
He's a mom. He's my dog. He runs this place.
Uh,
We're
he's
sitting
the,
in our repair shop, but yeah, he runs this entire place.
he's the guy in charge, huh?
He definitely is.
So if you ever have a problem with what is it, City View Towing or Butler Excavation, you just call the
Oh,
dog.
he's
Yep.
the only go.
Riggins.
And yeah, is that where you send everybody that complains right to the dog?
Yeah, absolutely. And then he just smooches them right over, and away we go.
Yeah, well, makes your job a little easier, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
How do you like the tow truck gig?
It's actually way more fun than racing, to be honest with you. You know, the one night I took it, there was the IMCA's were there, the sprints were there, and the rest of the delinquents that race at Woodhall. You know, me and Nick Brown, I think we hooked to 30 cars apiece, either pushing or hooking.
Must have been
It
IMCA
was
night.
yeah, it was IMCA night, but the sprints were there the same night. And I almost got waylaid by a sprint car wing because I was going back to S driver where he's parked, completely forgetting about that thing hanging down. And I mean, I tell you what, it's probably just a piece of hair between me and a DNF, you know. So it actually is a lot of fun. It's a big adrenaline rush. I enjoy it a lot, and I'm pretty thankful. Like I was gonna drive it all year. You know, I wasn't gonna race at Woodhull at all. But Dan and Mikey, Mikey raced that drove it last week. You know, they pitch in, and it's a huge help for me, so I can, go out and have fun.
Yeah, I think Dan's there just about every week, isn't he?
Yeah, yep. That's my Iron Man there.
Does he works for you all day?
Yeah, he drives my low boy. He works a gazillion hours a week and still does that for me on Saturday for nothing, just for fun.
Really?
So, really,
Yeah.
really can't complain.
Those are the best employees to have, right?
He's a good one.
Well, you know he enjoys it. That's probably why he does it.
Yeah. Well, he gets to watch us too. He helps us a lot on these things, so he likes to watch. He definitely he's big into helping scale the cars and pound the dents out. Yeah, quick, man.
How do you like to pound the dents out?
Well,
This sucks.
I like to put them in.
I don't touch them. That was my stipulation. I don't wash them and I don't pump dots. I'll do everything else, but I ain't doing that.
How come you put your number on the quarter panel?
Well, because I had kids sign. I was going to go out for autograph night and have all the kids sign it, instead of them signing my stuff. And we put a hole in the radiator. Just couldn't make it happen. So that's why that was on there on the
Okay.
quarter panel. Just give them a bigger canvas, but that didn't work out.
Did the birthday party.
Hopefully we can get the thing wrapped at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And you guys took the car to the birthday
Yeah, we took
party?
it to
Birthday party?
Bentley's little brother's, a kid that helps us. His birthday party, surprised him with that. They had a race car party, so me and Dale took cars down there and surprised him with that. And they ended up signing it, so that was pretty cool. They thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. I
Yeah,
know when I was a kid, I would have loved it.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You got to keep them interested, or we're not gonna have dirt track racing anymore. So
Yeah, that's what I try to preach to everybody, but I can't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's kids there the way they used to be.
no, no, I remember running all over that place when I was a kid.
Yeah, me
Used to
too.
be kids just collecting beer cans all over
Yeah,
the place.
yeah.
I don't know if they even do that anymore.
No, well, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I see people uh piling up the beer cans like they used to.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
That's because they're all up in the pits.
well, yeah, or in the announcer's booth.
That's one of my favorite things about Saturday night is we got a pretty good group that shows up. Some who's ever trailer, Peoples, that's our boy, KP, bunch of guys. We sit there, have a couple drinks. We've even had a bonfire before, cut some trees down. You know,
yeah.
that's one of the best parts.
It is. The camaraderie that you get out of it is awesome. The people you meet.
Yeah, it's funny because I never really knew very many drivers, and then I started to do this, and it's incredible because now that's all I talk to.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's all week, every week. That's
We're
all.
not very smart, but we're fun.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, but that's why I like hanging out with you guys.
We do gotta give a shout out to you guys getting us out of, I don't know, maybe the last 3, 4 weeks we're out of racing's
10:30.
done by
11.
10:30, 11. That's awesome.
Well,
Can't beat that.
we definitely try because nobody really wants to be there that long,
Absolutely.
including us. But sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Um,
And on top of
This
that,
week will be hard.
and on
I'm a
top of
little
that,
worried about this week. I'll be
This week,
honest, but
yeah. And on top of that, a great racing surface. It's been awesome. Not dusty. Last week there was tons of bite in it, maybe too much for me, but yeah. No, you guys, the whole track crew there is doing a good job.
yeah. Well, I can't say much. I just talk about it. That's about all I do.
That's all right. You're still part of it.
I I can't imagine the amount of prep that goes into getting that racetrack all week the way that it needs to be, and then and I don't even know. I mean, what happens if it rains? Like, you know,
Exactly.
I'd have to imagine if it rains on
it's
a
done a little bit of that this year.
yeah. If it well, the good I will say the one good thing about the way it's rained is it's either rained or it's been nice.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think there's been very many times where it's been kind of iffy, and then it kind of rained at 4 or 5 o'clock, then it stopped, then it picked back up at 8 or 9, and
Yeah, and we're there till 2, 3 in the morning.
yeah, those are the nights that aren't very fun.
Yeah.
No.
But when it dumps rain at 1 o'clock, and then nobody's on their way yet or anything, that's kind of, if it's gonna do it, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just I don't I what I was saying before I don't know what goes into the track prep, but I imagine that if Friday night you have everything kind of dialed in what you're gonna do, and then Friday night a pop-up thunderstorm, I don't even know how you deal with that.
No,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
that's good about these cars. You can kind of adjust on the fly a little bit, but there's some of them classes there. Yeah, they're fighting for it.
Right. When you guys go to other tracks, um, do you guys talk to how do you guys do that? Do you guys talk to other drivers or do you just kind of go in there and see what happens?
Kind of a trial and error thing. Ask some people some questions, but big one's gearing. You don't know, that's a big thing is gearing.
Everybody's got different
Yeah,
horsepower.
yeah. You don't even know where to start going from.
Dale's
What
running about 210 horsepower or something like that.
you don't even know where to start from Woodhall to anywhere, really. You know, anywhere remotely close is Bradford. They don't even run us. So to go to from whatever we are, I don't know, 8th mile, whatever it is, to a half mile,
Big change.
that's a big change.
Yeah, and that's a lot harder of a surface too, right? Or
Yeah. Oh, it's hard. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
For
Very
sure.
slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so what's the difference there mindset wise? Just kind of go in there and see what happens, or do you kind of got to prepare yourself to what you want to try to do?
Drink a few beers and send it. No, that doesn't work out.
You're not
Yeah.
going to be
You
allowed
pretty much got
you're not going to be allowed at any racetrack anymore.
no. Where Woodhall, you don't really. You can show up and not hot lap. Where them tracks, you're going out to hot lap because you don't know what you're on turf for RPM or nothing. So
Right. Do you ever get to a racetrack where and you go out there for hot laps and you go, boy, we're totally off.
Yep.
yeah, we've done that twice. So
Yep.
Where was that at?
Bransonville and Canandaigua.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were they similar or completely different between the two of
They
them?
are kind of similar tracks.
It's
really.
both. Yeah, the size is the same. I think they're both half mile,
Right.
but the way they're configured and Ransomville's got a little more bite than Canandaigua.
And it's got a wall
Yeah.
more banking that don't move.
Yeah, Canandaigua's pretty flat, so there's nothing really holding you back. You gotta be on your A game.
Yep.
I was gonna say, unfortunately for you, Brian, they got a wall.
I didn't hit it in Canandaigua, but
No?
Yeah.
there was a lot of holes in that track that night. They didn't have that wasn't really a great racetrack, but
Yeah.
and we had fun.
It happens.
It was an experience.
I always say that everybody's allowed to mess up once in a while.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, you
I
can't be
don't.
perfect.
I've been to a lot of racetracks, and I've been to a lot of racetracks where the surface wasn't very good, and sometimes you miss the setup.
You've probably never noticed, Joe, but the back of my car says student driver on the spoiler. There's a reason for
I know. I saw it.
that.
I saw it when you were getting the hard luck award.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
only time you were in down on the front stretch.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
You deserved it that week though, because you probably would have been down on the front stretch if that didn't happen. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
um, so Dale, did you ever think about getting anything different, or just you wanted to go right to the street stocks with these guys?
Probably only have a street stock because Brian told me I could drive his car. Really, I drove Mikey's once last year, and I raced it once, and noticed it was a lot better, a lot more fun to drive than a hobby stock. Way easier. Way easier. You can do a lot more to fit how you drive.
Right. Did you guys ever think about doing anything different than the street stocks? Maybe a late model or even a sportsman or
It's been talked about. Seeing how this pro mod thing goes, the IMCA thing. That's kind of where I like them cars. I know it's kind of a half breed between them and a late model. So I don't know. He thinks we need a late model. I don't know. I just still learning these things. So
right. Yeah, so Brian, you want a late model then?
I don't want to drive.
Oh, you just want to.
I wouldn't mind owning it. No, not at all. I like the Rush series. We before I got back into racing, I used to travel around and watch them all over the place. Watch the super lates all over. We go to Charlotte for the World Finals every year. Watch that. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody. Got a little somebody in mind, but to put in there for being a driver.
Are you allowed to disclose that information, or are you going to
It's
keep
not
it?
me. It's not anybody sitting here. But I think it'd be fun. It'd be a good time. But we step back and regroup on that for
Yeah.
a few years and see where we end up.
I always
Yeah, I
said
feel-
that. Go ahead, Mike.
I feel like one of them is going to take up three of these. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of maintenance. So it's something we're gonna have to be all in on.
Yeah, I was told I got to pick up two salaries.
Yeah.
Especially if you're planning on running the Rush series and then you want to race well, I guess you really can't race for home points anywhere, can you, if you run the Rush series? That's kind of
Not really, no.
No, I don't think so. Not really. No.
yeah, because
You guys are busy.
there'd be a lot of Saturdays you couldn't make it, so I guess you really couldn't
Yeah.
race for
Yeah.
points anywhere. But I
Yeah.
always I always said I'd be the same way if you ever see me come into a bunch of money, I'm gonna own a car and never drive it.
Yeah.
You ought to own one and pay somebody to drive one. Oh, you got Cole, Rowdy, and Harry right here. Days of Thunder.
Well, you're the only one that seems to hit everything. So,
Yeah. You ever watch Cole Trickle?
long time ago.
You ought to watch it tonight.
I will say that you guys do a pretty good job of keeping away from all the other guys.
Yeah.
Running into them wise anyway. I know you
Yeah.
ran into a
Yeah.
few walls, but you do a pretty good job of staying
Yeah,
out.
but not really at Woodhull. I mean, I haven't smacked that wall yet. Maybe we'll see how it feels this week. I don't know, but
I hope
hopefully
not.
not. I'm kind of planning on running in the top three. Hopefully, gotta try to get back in the top 10 in points. Love getting our trophy, you know.
I was,
Can't
I
go to
was
that
gonna-
awards banquet anyways, because hopefully we're gonna get Dale in the top three in points.
well,
So
Dale's competing for Rookie of the Year. He might
Absolutely.
be
yeah,
able to go away with two of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be nice. Yeah. That's what we're shooting for. We
We
could
get his
go.
head back on his shoulders. I don't know where he's been. The past couple weeks, but
Yeah. He's our main focus right now. So just trying to get him there and finish every week is a big thing.
Yeah. Well, and that'll come, and then I think you'll all find your way to victory lane eventually.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought what's that?
We're knocking on it.
Yeah, I think Brian was. I couldn't believe when you kind of stopped coming there for I guess the middle part of the season, only because you had that your car seemed to be so fast and seemed like you
yeah.
were right there, right
And the
there.
bad part is, I just need some seat time in that thing. That
Mhm.
night, Damien and I, in the heat, I passed him and took him. Uh, in the feature, I had a really good car. I think the driver ran out of talent. I'm not sure what happened. We had a red flag come out for something, and it just wasn't the same car that last 10 laps. And I had nothing for him, but you're following a guy that says on a spoiler, win or lose, we booze. I'm like, couldn't think of a better guy to lose to. So it happened to be the night the dude drove his car through his trailer and into his truck and then went down to the light pole, and ambulances,
Oh,
fire trucks, and everything were showing up. We were over there having a couple beers with them guys, having a great time, talking about everything. And he's a good guy. But I think I get a little seat time in that car. We'd be a little better off. But
yeah. Well, and like I was saying too, Mike, you really, what are you, 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in? Is that?
I've only finished two.
same
Oh,
I've
here.
only finished two races. I think that's my third full week.
okay. Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
you got, yep. Yeah, because you got
Yeah.
got into it the one week. That was your first week, right? When you got
Yeah.
into it with Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dale, I think are you the only one that's made it every week? I think you have, right?
Yep. He has, and he's got.
He's our spoiled little baby.
I think he's got two DNFs. We've been fighting a little bit of heat issues. I hope we got that figured out. But yeah, if we could have get him to just finish them two races, he'd probably be third, probably.
Right. So what happened this weekend? Because you drove Brian's car in the feature, right?
Yeah. So he was scared of that
I
pedal that
was
makes it
scared
go
of it.
fast.
And the heat too, right? Yeah, you drove that all night, right?
Yeah.
Online. Hey, in the heat, he was racing the goat side by side.
Yeah,
That's
racing
wild.
right side by side.
Yeah. It's
I
tough
think-
starting in the back, and
I think
if you
it's a
start up
different
front all
animal.
year, you're running against guys you don't usually run against, so you don't know how to race them. You know.
Mhm. So why were you in the 15B and not your car?
I was hoping to win with it, really.
Oh, I tell you,
No, I let
that
him
would be
take it
my
out.
favorite
I let
moment
him take
ever
it
if the
out after the
rookie beat.
races that week, and
What's that, Brian?
I let him take it out after the races the week before, and it was pretty impressive. I said, I tell you what, you bring this down here and you win next week, I'll switch cars with you for the rest of the year.
I,
So I'll be in the 15B this year.
I tell you one thing, I would have laughed pretty hard though if the first time the 15B was parked in Victory Lane, it wasn't you driving it.
It was
It
definitely
Actually, it
wasn't me
was. It
driving the
was.
first time
Yeah.
because Glenn parked it there.
I forgot about that. It was.
Yeah, that was my driving lesson
Oh,
from the
did you
from
learn
the.
anything?
he
Yeah,
definitely did.
I definitely did. Yeah, I took it there the next time and finished second. He was happy with me. Him and Spencer sat in the stands and critiqued everything I did, and I got a pretty good lecture afterwards.
Yep.
It was actually worse than going to like your SAT exam. You know what I mean? I was pretty nervous. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Mike, I want to talk about this past weekend. So when you're when you're running second and you're following Glenn around, are you just kind of watching him and kind of seeing what he does and see what you could do a little bit better and kind of just following the line, or are you waiting for him
Yeah.
to kind of make a mistake, or what's kind of the idea there when you're following him?
Yeah, absolutely. When at first I when me and him were, he wasn't really putting anything on me. I was just concentrating on trying to get under him. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was a little looser coming out. I had a good car in the corners, but he had a great car coming out and down the straightaway. But once he started putting a little distance between us, I just watched where he was letting off and where I was letting off. It wasn't even close. So I really started pushing the car this week and learning that the car could take it. So that's really a trust thing, where sometimes I'll let off at the flag stand or just a little bit after where I can drive it in way harder than that. And it showed last week. My best lap times were at the end of the race when I was starting to really study what was going on in front of me.
Right. Yeah, because you're all pretty young. I know, Brian, you said you've raced, it was 14 years, so I imagine pretty much everything's kind of changed since then.
Yeah, I mean, our street stock class then is the hobby stocks of today for sure.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're real similar. Other than they had an aluminum body. That's about it.
hmm So I guess I don't really know where to go from here, guys. So you're all planning on racing for the end of the year. Is that kind of what your thoughts are?
Yep.
We'll definitely have all three of them there this Saturday.
Uh,
Uh,
has has Kenny been bothering anybody to give up their seat for the Woodhull 100 yet?
Yep.
I think he's ready. Yeah, he wants to jump in one of these things. I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna
He's
maybe
gonna
take the
if
tow truck. Let
he's
him
gonna
have
keep
it.
hitting these Uke tires. We're not gonna let him in one.
I was gonna say maybe somebody could put him in a street stock. He could hit the Uke tire in one of them too.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be one of these.
Hey, the last one home 100, I got shoved through you tire and put me out of the race by a non-Woodhall guy.
Yeah,
Hey, you'll have that.
yeah, absolutely. But
If
I
you
hope
want to
that
have a big paying race, you're gonna have to deal with that.
absolutely, and I hope we pack that place with street stocks for that race.
I do too, because I that's all I hear is how it's a dying class, and I've probably said it a few times. So
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
yeah. But then you look at everybody that runs them. We all have the same amount of cars. It's just we need to get them all to one place.
hmm You're right. The
Yeah, every track's got the same amount of cars, but we got to get them all in one place.
right. Yeah,
And
pretty
I
We
much.
think,
all like the other
yeah,
track.
yeah, and we all get along for the most part. We just need to. That street stock series is a good thing, but it's tough when you run them on Saturdays and Wednesdays. You got people that are running for points, and it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Weed Sport last year was a Sunday. This year it's a Saturday. We're not going to make it because,
That's this Saturday.
yeah, and that place is awesome, but it's hard to support other tracks when you got this guy thinks he needs to be up there in the top. But, yeah, yeah.
So if Dale wasn't fighting for points in the rookie of the year, would you guys be going to other places or?
We'd be at Weed Sport Saturday for sure.
hmm
Yeah. Yep, for
Have
sure.
you have you ran that track?
No, so Tracy did some running for me last year. He went, and the car was actually really good there. And the facility's beautiful. Like if you get a chance to go out there, you need to go.
Mhm.
I've been to outdoor in Charlotte. I'm gonna say that's probably the nicest
Definitely,
track I've ever
definitely
been
way
to.
better both. Yeah.
So that's definitely a beautiful facility. It's only an hour and a half away. So,
Yeah, it's about the only racetrack that I remember going to and actually walking in there and going, "Wow, they're actually like picking up garbage as the night goes on."
yeah, yeah, that's a nice place for sure.
You
That
know,
guy's
And if that
got
was years ago, I mean, it's completely different now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's all
Everything's
paved.
paved. Yeah,
Everything's enclosed underneath, and it's beautiful.
yep.
yeah.
Like restaurants for food.
Got a jumbotron in the infield.
The
You can
only
watch
the
out.
thing I like is the screens when at the concession stand
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for
because
sure.
there's a lot of times where I go to a race and I'm trying to kind of find the right time to go.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to go at intermission, but
Us
I don't
fat
want to
guys
go
who
for
like to eat.
well,
We want to
yeah.
be able to watch when you're eating. I
That's
get it.
right. That's right. You know, I got it. I'm not gonna be able to go all night and not eat.
They got ice cream, cheesecake, everything over there. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah.
can't go wrong with the place.
I've had a few Sundays at the Weedsport Speedway.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
think they got their own bakery there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They probably do.
crazy.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm going up there tomorrow, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, they got something tomorrow night.
It's so Billy Van Pelt's getting
Oh
inducted.
yeah, it's Hall of Fame.
So we're all the I guess the Woodhall brass is going up there.
Nice.
All right.
Show support.
Yep. Yeah, they got a big weekend. I think there's a Saturday, Sunday show. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they
I
got
think
the World of Outlaws.
World of Outlaws
Sunday.
sprints are there. Yep.
And then I think they got the Dirt Car Series Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I think
the
so.
and the
Yeah,
Street
very
Stock Series.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is a pretty busy weekend for them.
yeah, yep. Yeah, I think they only race like a couple times a year there.
Right. So what's your guys' thoughts on draw redraw or the handicap?
I like the draw for
redraw.
sure.
Yeah.
It gets people there. I, we had that drivers meeting there at the beginning of the year, and they're like, "Oh, nobody's going to come." But I'm pretty sure every week we've had somebody new or a guy that isn't there the last 3 years has showed up.
Right.
Last week we had two. We had Willie and Chris. I know Chris has been there once, but he's not there every week.
Right.
But if they got to show up and then they got to start, you know what I'm saying, then they don't have any points to help them out. Why would they come? So
Well, I think me and you talked about this, Mike. It was the same thing, same kind of idea with the rules. You know, why do something where you're almost guaranteeing that people won't come?
exactly,
You
yeah,
know, because you're not going to come to start ninth or 13th. You know that makes it a long day, and
exactly.
I don't. I don't know if I've really seen the street stocks at other places other than Woodhall and Outlaw that I can really remember. But I would say those two tracks are probably I'd have a hard time finding more talent than those two tracks, and it's really hard to pass.
Absolutely.
If you show up and you have to start 12th and you have to pass you guys, Dan Gardner, Teddy Morseman, Bradley Morseman, you know, that kind of makes for a long night.
It is. When you go to a track, there's guys there that know the track. They're hooked up to that track. You're not going to start 13th or whatever, 12th and drive to the front.
That Teddy's been in that class since I was in it the first time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I would like to see Glenn start back there.
Yeah.
yeah, he got a magic finger, I think. I'm
He'd
not
do
sure. But,
Yeah,
but
but
if there's anybody that could do it, it's Glenn.
And you know what? That'd be a lot of fun to watch too.
Yep. And he's doing it at Outlaw. I think
Yeah,
I think he started ninth last week
The
at
big
Outlaw.
show we
so,
started 12th.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I made it over there was for the short track super series. That's sometimes that gets to be a little too late of a night for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Fridays are I get up so early for work on that by the time Fridays roll around I'm ready for bed and you know
Definitely.
I worked there last year and sometimes the street stocks didn't do their victory lane until 1 in the morning and I'm just you know too
I think that night we were over there at Glenmore.
late.
It
It was really.
Yeah.
I can tell you that you couldn't buy beer at the Dandy or whatever. it is.
Yeah, we couldn't even
Yeah, we
get
couldn't
food.
get food or nothing on our way home. I was like, oh, that's unreal.
oh
It's
the
an
one
hour and a half.
yeah yeah
Long ride home. Need a little food.
yeah for real yeah I always sometimes I'd be lying if I told you I never stopped at Canona.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
absolutely.
got myself
Yeah,
got
yeah.
myself some Wendy's.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said I never did that. So,
Yeah, we had no choice. We were withering away.
Yeah, right. It's a long day, especially for you guys. If you're working on cars all night, I don't know if you guys raced or just kind of went to watch, but you know what? That's a long day.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
think
think
I
that
have
night I raced, right?
the
Yeah,
night
you did.
yeah, that
I
you
did
did
race
race
that
that
night.
night. Yeah, and we worked on it all night. We
All
had
night.
fuel issues.
Yeah.
So
Changed
yeah, he
what,
didn't
three
even make
carburetors.
he didn't even
I
make the
didn't
heat.
I
So
didn't make my heat, so I started blasting the feature over there. That was the last time we ran over there, I believe.
yeah. Yeah.
So what
We
what's
got
your
some
guys
dark things.
so what's your
I
guys
had Brandon Conklin under my hood. I had Kenny Peoples under my hood. I had
Yeah.
everything
Yep.
that night.
so what's your
It was
guys' favorite tracks that you've been to?
To race or just been
Yeah, to race.
to race.
Batavia for me.
Batavia. I outside of Woodhall is probably my favorite. I really love Woodhall. I love just everything about it. But Batavia is probably second, and I really like Bradford too. I don't know about these guys, but Dale's only been to Canandaigua and Woodhall.
Yeah. And I like
Really?
Woodhall better.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get Dale out a little more.
Yeah, we're gonna next year. We'll definitely probably have to travel a little bit.
Right. Dale, do you have any plans maybe to ever follow the series or
I just do what Brian says. He's the owner, so I kind of just do what he says. Whatever he says.
Yeah, I've been working at trying to find a ride for 5 years.
You
Yeah,
just got to get him drunk at the max. That's how we came up with it. Let me drive that car, and he said, "Come up there and help us, and you can drive it."
yeah.
well, do you guys think you will ever see Tracy Dunn back in a car?
I hope so.
Just
Me
for
too.
fun, Tracy
Yeah,
Dunn.
I hope so because he
That's
does.
what
A lot of people don't see it, but Tracy does a lot for the
For a
racing
lot of
community,
people.
like for everybody. If there's a guy that's behind the scenes, low key, humble, that's Tracy. He does so much for everybody, for everybody.
definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of racers that don't race because if Tracy wasn't around,
Mhm.
for sure.
All three
Other-
were cars. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
There's always a kind of a running joke that if somebody wads one up pretty good that Tracy Dunn Fabrication's going to get a call and they're going to be a little busy this week.
Yeah,
You must have been
absolutely.
talking to Joe Bertel.
Joe or Brandon for sure, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. So I built bodies on mine and Brian's. It was my first time ever doing it, but I spent all winter with Tracy last year learning all that stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be where we are today without him. Definitely, Glenn.
Yeah, I know that you talked to him. He's one of my favorite guys that I saw, that I got
Yeah.
to meet through doing this gig. And it's kind of a shame that that he's not racing. I get it. It's a big commitment and a lot of money and
It
I
is.
understand it, but
Yeah, and
um,
he's trying to grow his thing too. If you need anything fabricating, I know he's busy right now, but anything small, hit Tracy up. He does a really good job with anything you throw at him. So
it's good. I might need to talk to him about a cage.
yeah, absolutely.
He's the one. He's
Yeah,
the one.
if you're looking for angles and all that, he's your man.
He was going to
Yeah,
build my Stroud at 1 o'clock on a Saturday
Yeah.
so we could race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rained out though. Yeah. He got out of work at noon and he was going to build my Shroud at 1 so we could make it in time.
Yeah, the guy essentially works three jobs. He's almost superhuman, really.
Well, he probably is.
Yeah, with his knowledge and everything he does for everybody, that's huge.
hmm Well, guys, I don't want to keep you too late here. I know you guys probably got a lot of sponsors. I got three of you to let rip through your sponsors. So,
Absolutely.
I
Most
guess
of them are pretty much all the same. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one and it's Brian. He's pretty much my only sponsor.
do you guys have a list?
City View, Butler Excavating, and O'Brien Septic.
We got Universal Builders,
Lewis Garage Doors.
Lippincotts Rubbish,
Julio's Plumbing.
Lubner Performance. All three of these cars are powered by him. The Valley Bar and Grill, they're huge. They've been helping us out. They just come on board for the Hunter Lapper. Beth went. Who else?
So did Lippincotts.
Lippincotts, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, they just come on board. Yeah, they're getting into it pretty heavy. They actually want a booth, but it sounds like they're kind of booked out. So
There's a waiting list.
yeah, that's what we
that's
heard.
what I
So
Time to build more.
time to build some more. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Keep going up.
you guys probably wouldn't like my idea. I said to build more, but run them out weekly.
Yeah.
I say, at the end of the day,
Give
it's
everybody a fair
business,
chance.
people pay good money for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Who else we got? We
Can't
got
put him on the backstretch because Bert's will have him wadded right up.
yeah, yeah. We got Tracy Dunn. We got Louis Rajors. Yeah. There's
Southside.
Southside. Gillios Plumbing and Heating. Oh, yeah, we should have wrote them all out. But Close Racing Supply, they help us out a lot.
Team 15.
Yeah, Glenn.
Glenn's helped us out tremendously.
Yeah.
So,
I know we've already said that, but
before I let you guys out of here, what do you guys think about his boy? Because I think
love it.
we'd
I
love
think
to
he's
watch him
came
win a race.
yeah, I think he's came along quite a bit since when I first
Yeah.
saw him hop in a hobby stock.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like we said, these cars you can feel them be under you a lot more. So he's knocking on the door. He's gonna be tough.
If I
a
were
couple
running
years.
third and he was running first and second beside somebody, I'm going to shove him in victory lane. I can guarantee that because I would love to see him win a race.
Yeah. And you can't tell me anybody that's got into it, they all got their trials and tribulations. I'm sure Glenn didn't go right out and win everything. So hopefully Drew keeps his head up and keeps digging because
Right.
it's coming.
And I guess I don't really know him that well, but I'd have to imagine that when you're just starting out your racing career and you're in a street stock and your dad's Glenn Reitner, you kind of, you're
You got a reputation up,
Yeah.
for sure.
You feel like you got to fill them shoes, but I kind of hope he takes his own path too. They're
right.
obviously take your dad's advice, but
Right. Well,
keep
We
digging
all
out.
want to be Glenn Reitner, but ain't none of us got that amount of seat time.
I was gonna say, that's the end game is to be just like Glenn Reitner in a street stock, but
Definitely.
there's also probably very few people that can say they've ever done as much as he has in a street stock. So
Absolutely,
If
that's there's probably not.
that's
honestly.
that's what I was gonna I was going through my head and trying to think, and for the longevity that he has, I don't know if there really is anybody else in a street stock.
It's hard. It's hard to even imagine why he's still picking on us little guys.
Well, what else do you want him to do?
I
Exactly.
don't know.
Yeah.
Retire, maybe.
If we can ever pull it off, it's going to make it that much sweeter. So.
Well, that's what I always said is the feeling when you actually beat Glenn, that's got to make it so much better, winning with
Yeah.
him in the field.
Yeah, I got another one too. Two more S&D Pools. I know he helps out the track. I think twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you need anything pool, get hold of them. He's a good dude. He's my cousin. And then I got 1A Automotive, Casey Pavick, ex-racer, does some automotive repair in Addison. I know he's busy and does really quality work. So
I didn't know you were related to the S&D Pools.
yeah, Sean's my cousin. Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
I talked to them at the sponsor banquet a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
They're-
Sean Deb. Yep. They're great people.
They are.
Absolutely. Yep. And they love racing and yeah, I think they sponsor 2 nights a year usually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's what we need. And I always tell people that when they're listening to this and you hear a business and you need a job done to get a hold of these people because we need more people that are gonna sponsor racing. And if you're gonna give your money to somebody, give it to somebody that's helping out a racer. Because
we're not going to we can't put on the show we are putting on without them guys. There's no way.
right,
No way we can do it.
right, and I think it's gonna be 95 again tomorrow. So maybe S&D Pools is a good one to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably looking for some liner installs, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, when I talked to him, he was so busy that he didn't know what he was gonna do.
Yeah, no, he's still busy. I just tried getting hold of him for a friend yesterday. He's swamped, so
Yeah. Well, I don't know very many people that do what they do. With
There's
the
not a lot.
in depth that they do, they can, because I know they can take a pond and turn it into a swimming pool, so
yeah.
there's not very many people that
So
can
we
do
need-
that.
Yeah, that was my first job working with Sean. So
Really?
yep, first 2 summers. Yep.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I mean, and it's not easy work. It's really
No.
not. I think I wheelbarrowed a whole in-ground pool from probably 200 yards. I'd have to say because they didn't want their yard dug up.
Well, that's why he hired you for that summer.
Yeah, absolutely,
He said we're gonna let him take all the crap over
Yeah. absolutely.
We must have been young then.
Yeah, I was young, probably 15.
there. Well, you're all in pretty good shape. I think you could all do it now.
Yeah, round.
Well, except for Dale.
Yeah, he's gonna get that dad bod
He's not as
now.
old.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Yeah.
that dad bod, and he needs about 11 years old, 11 more years. So
More than that.
yeah. Well, how old are you?
22.
Oh yeah, 16.
You're only 22?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Boy, you're 8 years younger than I am. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah,
Mm.
16. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
You guys are graduating last week. Cool.
yeah.
Are you two the same age?
Who,
Been
Reagan?
we've been best
Reagan?
friends for 25, 28 years.
Oh, me and Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 13 days apart. I thought you meant these two. No, Reagan's definitely older.
Yeah, Reagan's.
No, I'm at you and Brian. I guess I
Yeah,
didn't.
so we're only 13 days apart. God, I don't know, 30, probably 30 years now.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, nice.
Yep. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, hey, if you don't have anything else, I appreciate you hopping on. Like I said before, I
Great
don't want to
time.
take up all your Wednesday, so
No,
maybe
you're
maybe
good. We're gonna go get some dinner at the Valley. Everybody should check it out.
there you go. That's right on Main Street in Canasteel.
That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
Good place. Best pizza and wings around.
It truly
No,
is.
that's
They're doing a good job with it.
that's what I heard, and I'm a big chicken wing guy, and there's not a lot of places
Vegan.
around here anymore that have good chicken wings. So,
Oh, they got
Hot garlic.
hot garlic. Yep.
Get them.
are they open on Saturdays?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So around lunchtime, maybe?
They're open
Absolutely. Noon, I
Thursday,
think.
Fridays.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Wednesday,
Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
We always go there Wednesdays after we get done working on these.
And there's been a couple of Saturdays where we've gotten pizza from the shop, feed everybody. So
Right. Well, I go by it every Saturday. I go by it, so maybe
Yep.
one of
Yeah,
these times I'll have to stop in and get some chicken wings.
no, absolutely. Order them when you leave your house. They're very
Tell them who
good.
you are. They might hook you up.
Yep.
They like
They might
racing.
charge me more.
They may.
Yeah.
I'm,
We
I'm
appreciate
just gonna
you,
say
Joe.
put it on the Brian Butler card.
I don't
Yeah,
care. Yeah, son.
Do it up.
I'd buy you a pizza or two.
Well, I only want chicken wings, man. I've been craving them, and there's not, like I said, I don't know very many
They're
places
good
around
there.
anymore.
They're real good
Yeah.
there.
No, you won't be disappointed with them.
Well, all right, guys, I appreciate it. I'll let you guys get on, and you guys can go eat some dinner. How's that sound?
All right. Thanks,
Sounds
Joe.
good, buddy.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.
It was a good time.
So once again, I do want to give a shout out to D&L Disposal. This should be your first call for your waste management needs. They offer a residential garbage route in Jasper, Troopsburg, Woodhull, Addison, and the surrounding areas. Aside from that, they also offer dump trailer service rentals for your bigger needs. They will drop it off at your location. All you have to do is load it up and they will take it away for you. Give them a call today at 607-382-7609 to get started with D&L Disposal, the premier residential waste management service in the Woodhull area. And I do want to touch on a couple of things before I do get out of here. Just this weekend, we got the Empire Super Sprints back in the house. Sean Lias Memorial for the IMCA. That's the touring series, so not just the Woodhull regulars that you've seen a couple of times this year. That is the actual touring, the New York NY Penn IMCA Modified Series. So they'll all be with us, and show it should be a jam-packed and great evening. I know they got a little bit of uh, extra things going on. I think they're going to do a dash. Jake Maynard's done an excellent job with that. So they bring great car count every time they come. So we can't wait for that. And the sprint cars, if you're a big 360 sprint car fan, the only chance to see them at the Woodhull Raceway. I know they don't. I know Outlaw does it a few times, but I know they don't come up here really as much as our friends in Pennsylvania see them. So if you got a hankering for 360 sprint cars, make sure that you find your way to the Woodhull Raceway this Saturday. Also want to touch on that Wednesday, August 6th show, the 5,500 to win for the modifieds, honoring Alice Williams, and we are also going to honor Billy Van Pelt and his induction into the Northeast Dirt Car Hall of Fame. Joe Trappler Trucking, JT Logging, coming on board, $100 going to the heat race winners for the modifieds. If anybody knows Joe, he is a great supporter of racing and does just about anything he can to be a part of it. So we do want to give a shout out to him. And if you're listening to this and you're a modified driver, $100 for a heat race win, that is a good deal. So once again, we want to thank them. I do want to thank Mike Spencer, Dale Houghtaling, and Brian Butler for joining me this evening. Great group of guys. Um, like they said, they work on it Wednesdays. They work on their cars on Wednesdays, and um, if you want to hop in and help them, they'd be sure to take the help. And if you heard any sponsors that you want need something done from them, make sure that you stop by and see them and get it done through them because we need to support people that support the racing industry. So I guess that will do it for me. And I do want to thank you all for listening here this evening, and hopefully we'll see you all on Saturday.